Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. So in this video we are going to take a look at how the AGL Tapion EZA does in the Movie Heroes Super Battle Road stage. So this Movie Heroes Tapion, or well the AGL Tapion, is going to be pretty set up here. We're going to link him up with his tech counterpart, which is going to give him quite a few links. We then also have the Trunks on rotation. Trunks is pretty good, and he's also going to activate the passive of the Android 18, as well as also obviously providing some kind of defensive support to the Tapion and the rest of the team. This Trunks is a really good free-to-play card. Probably do a video on him at some point as well. But basically we're just here to see how AGL Tapion does. How does he tank, how does he do overall, and pretty much just take it from there. The team is pretty good. Movie Heroes is a pretty nice spot for him. You can have a decent amount of support in the form of, the Android 18, in the form of the Trunks, in the form of Tapion himself linking with the Tech one. So overall we've got a pretty good lineup support-wise, but at the same time we also just need to keep in mind that AGL Tapion's EZA does make him quite powerful, so I'm expecting to see some good results from him, especially defensively. Offensively, he is he's good once he's linked up with Tapion, but definitely some link leveling will push those attack numbers a lot higher. But yeah, we're going to get the Giant Form as well, which is obviously always a perk. The problem with the Giant Form is obviously if you're on the Movie Heroes team or any super based team, you're really not going to get the full benefits of the Giant Form. The Giant Form is extreme type, so it basically loses like half of its leader skills and buffs and everything like that. You can see how poor the key is on the creature as well on his transformation, so it's a little bit of like a catch-22 situation. It's great because you don't take damage, but at the same time you don't dish out that much damage either, at least in this kind of scenario on this kind of team. Obviously, on time travelers or something like that, you definitely could get out some decent damage, but yeah, on this team it's just not going to work out as well as you'd like. But yeah, beyond that, pretty good showing from Tapion. That's what I expect here, at least anyway. He will do some good damage, but defensively he's going to be top notch. His attack lowering is also very helpful. It will reduce the amount of damage that the enemies deal to us. The defense lowering is also helpful in Super Battle Road. Maybe not so much in like the later stages or in the long form events, but it should be quite helpful here to some extent. But yeah, so we've got him set up all ready to go, and then we'll just get a look at how he does here linked with the Tapion. Obviously the only problem they have is they don't really have great key links. They're a little bit low on key, but that's not too much of an issue. We'll use a Princess Snake just to recover our health, and then we will just let the damage show here. So he's not going to take any damage at this point. He's got 85% damage reduction because he's got 50% base plus the extra from the Princess Snake. But good damage there, over 2.5 million, so that's really solid. And then also we've got this Tapion here. So both Tapions do attack lower, which is really good. It is quite helpful to have on 2 units. And with this Gogeta here, you actually have quite a good attack lowering lineup on this Movie Heroes team, so that's really solid and can be quite helpful overall. But yeah, so we'll wrap everything up in this stage, and then we'll just move on to the next fight. The Tapion so far is looking pretty good. Linked with the Tech one, who probably also should have got an EZA. The Tech one getting an EZA would have really helped out the AGL one, considering he only has like 2 running partners, one being the Tech Tapion and one being the Strength Tapion. That's the LR, or the Tapion and Minotia. But I think they obviously didn't want to do that, because by giving the Tech one an EZA, you basically don't give people that much of an incentive to summon, because obviously then needing the Strength one is not so necessary. But 100k defense for the Tech one is not bad, considering obviously how how old he is, but remembering he is rainbowed, so that does play a factor. But here they've obviously got the support benefit from the trunks. We should have done this a little bit differently, but I thought the orbs would fall well for us, so we could see the benefits of having trunks and his unit super attack, but that's okay. We're not too worried about that right now. Trunks can have that in his own video. So for now, what we'll do is we will just have Tapion here, show off some more damage, really good numbers as well, and then we'll get the Tech Tapion to follow up there. So overall, quite solid a start here from Tapion in terms of damage numbers. Nothing, poor or anything like that. Really quite impressive overall. And there's Trunks with guaranteed crits because he's on rotation with Tapion. So yeah, it looks really good. This team build's quite fun. It's pretty interesting. So I quite enjoyed using this team. I thought it was a nice change up. It's not necessarily like the most Gogeta heavy movie heroes lineup that you've ever seen, and I think that really helps it out. A lot of these movie heroes teams can end up being kind of Saiyan heavy, so Android 18 and Trunks and the EZA for Tapion really spice things up a little bit. They add like a different kind of flavor to the movie heroes team, so it actually feels like I'm using a different kind of movie or different heroes or anything like that. So overall, pretty happy with this team. I think it's really good, and they finished this quite easily. So again, very happy with how this team performed. And then obviously the Tapion himself, we haven't seen too much of his tanking, like without items or anything. We'll maybe get a look next turn and just see how he does. I think he would be more than fine though, tanking wise in the stage. He has high defense off the start, 150k, and then he also has the damage reduction as well, so not too bad. The movie hero stage also isn't too easy. It can be quite a challenging and difficult stage, so yeah. But there we go, 120 or so thousand defense. Obviously no support on the rotation, so just keep that in mind. And we'll get a look here at how he's gonna do in terms of damage at least, and then from there we can kind of move on. Obviously gonna take quite a bit of damage there because we didn't have an item active, but we want to see how much the Tapion can tank, so this will be a good indication, obviously. So double digits on a neutral typing, which is pretty good. Obviously it would have been nice to see him take a super attack or something, even if we had died, but double digits is a good starting point with no item. That's really solid. Also the neutral typing there wasn't attack lowered or anything, so we have the full benefit of at least seeing the display of a normal attack on him, which is obviously quite helpful. So we'll just wrap up this fight, heal up, move into the next one, and then we'll go from there and just wrap everything up. We'll probably beat the stage, try and get a couple more stats out of Tapion here, but overall we're moving really well through the stage. Tapion's done good damage, his attack lowering's been helpful, and he's tanked quite well. When he's had items active, he's obviously tanked very well. When he's not had items active, he tanked for double digits. And that was with no support on rotation. Movie Heroes doesn't necessarily have the greatest support, so overall, really good. This Android 18 is going to give him a little bit of support here, so we'll activate a Whis. We've seen him tank double digits from a normal, and he's got a little bit higher than the 120k that we saw, so we'll let him get one more attack stat out, and then we'll take it from there. Obviously we're going to get the Dokkan attack next round, and Gogeta will probably end the entire stage, so this will probably be our last attack stat from the Tapion. We didn't necessarily get, 2.3, we didn't necessarily get to see his attack stat while he was under 50% too much, so that is one thing. He obviously gets that massive attack spike when you go below 50% health, but what we've seen from him is more than fine. He's done really well, and it's just been more of the same. That really solid tankiness, that attack lowering and defense lowering, and that super solid defense that's so reliable. basically. It's just super duper reliable and really helpful. So we can't really avoid the Dokkan attack here. And I think no matter who we hit it with, we're probably going to defeat this entire stage. So we'll just let that play out. But yeah, Tapion's performance in this Super Battle Road stage was excellent. Defensively, very, very well. Utility-wise, he did well. Obviously, the attack lowering came in handy. You could see a couple times how we managed to attack lower a couple enemies, just lower up their damage and just prevent them from dishing out too much harm to our health pool. And then obviously his attack damage was really good. It's maybe not as high as some of the other easy A's that have come out, you know, like the 4 millions we see on like the Kid Trunkses and the, you know, the Go 10s and that. But just bear in mind that this unit isn't rainbowed. He's got 1 dupe in him. And yeah, he isn't link leveled or anything, so that could definitely go up. But yep, that's going to be it from me, guys. I'll see you in the next video. But until then, stay safe, cheers, and bye.